In Vegas, it's stepped up a notch, and that's William Henry. But this is a knife that generations will own. Every one of them made out of custom materials, an incredible story and legacy to pass on to future generations.
MJ Christensen, located at Boca Park.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
And what do we have for Joe's angle of the day, pray tell?
We have a totals angle for today. MLB teams playing on the road after getting shut out on the road in their last game.
Okay.
94, 46, and 7 to the under. So that's 67% to the under.
So who got shut out in their last game? Cubs?
We're going to play the Reds and Pirates. Under.
Oh, the Cubs didn't get shut. Okay.
Yeah, the Cubs scored 4 in the ninth.
Right, I forgot about that.
And actually had me, I'm not sweating, but I had
yeah,
a Braves
okay.
ticket, and all of a sudden I'm paying attention again. I'm like, oh, no.
So the Reds and Pirates
under 7.5.
Okay.
Would be the Joe's angle.
Speaking of Joe's, we had lunch there today with Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bring Kelly up in a second. But, Ari, I want to give away a prize first. And it is a $50 gift card to Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. What caller number should we look for? Caller number 4 right now to 702-364-1100. 702-364-1100. If you're caller number 4, actually, they're two $25 gift cards, but that counts
adds
as
up
a
to
$50 gift card because I can still do math. And you will win that prize. Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas was our host today.
Mm.
You don't say hostess anymore, do you? That's is that one of those things that is now politically incorrect?
Yes, you would say host.
So we'll just call it a host or host. I don't care. But Kelly, thank you for a great lunch. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely. I kind of owed you guys for having to put up with me and my crazy schedule, all football and basketball season.
Well, it was great. I had my Dover Sole, which you got a little sample of. Was that not an excellent choice?
Oh, my gosh. I am not a big fish fan generally. That was absolutely excellent. I got the steak tartare and a salad. What else did we get, Teddy? Oh, we got some
shrimp,
stone crab claws.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to work the rest of this afternoon.
And, of course, one of the signature desserts at Joe's is the key lime pie. And that went in a hurry.
I want more.
That's it. Yep. Topped off by cappuccinos and stuff like that. It was a really great lunch. So, again, thank you. Now let's talk some Final Four. And one of the cool things with Kelly is that she's got a good opinion herself, but she also gets some of the best behind-the-counter information in town because she knows the people on the other side of the counter who are willing to provide her with really good information. So let's attack this from both avenues if you want to. Your breakdowns of the games and what you've been told as far as the betting patterns that might matter on the games.
So I'm trying to not be biased here because I'm basically pot committed on Sparty. I have a little ticket on Sparty. I gave out Sparty as my national champion. They've been making me a ton of money here. But I'm looking at this Texas Tech team going, that 2.5 is starting to look a little juicy. They've covered 13 of their last 16 games overall. Not that the Spartans haven't been great over their last 35 games. They've covered 26 of them. I think you could also make a strong case that Texas Tech's going to have the best player on the court, Jarrett Culver. But the Spartans, I believe, have the coaching advantage. I don't think Tech can match Michigan State's intensity, but I don't think they'll back down. I think it's going to be a really great game. And personally, I think I just have to stay away from it. Didn't get a chance to talk to John Murray because he is in San Diego at the National Indian Gaming
that's right.
Association. And so I'm going to get with him when he gets back, hopefully tonight. But everything I heard early in the week was 50-50 across the board. Books are happy on this game. They don't have a big decision. And I can't say the same thing about Auburn, Virginia. It looks like the sportsbooks are going to be rooting hard for Virginia to cover. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I watched that Virginia-Purdue game without a ticket in hand because I said Purdue's absolutely red hot. Here's a team that I don't want to step in front of, and I can't trust Virginia to cover. Virginia's been great all season, but they just don't have that offensive prowess to cover numbers. We've seen it. When you dribble out the ball till 7-8 seconds left, you take one shot, and that's it. And I don't think they're built for covering spreads. That defense, though, on the other hand, I believe is going to be the best defense that Auburn's faced all year. Granted, I said last week they live and die by the three. They only went 9-23 from three-point land against Kentucky and still got the win. I have Virginia in. I've already definitely cashed out in two of my brackets. I know I'm going to win two of my big money league brackets. I got to cheer for Virginia and the other ones, but I really don't know if I can back this. I think I missed the boat on Virginia -5. Now we're seeing 6s. I might be a little too late to the party, but that should tell you something. If 62% of the tickets are coming in on Auburn and the line keeps going up, the book's not giving out free money here.
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly a game that if you're looking at the sports books, there is a sharp square dichotomy on Auburn, Virginia. And the books that cater to recreational players, you're still finding Virginia -5.5. The books that cater to professional bettors, you're not finding Virginia at anything lower than -6, and it's even popped a little bit higher than that in some spots. But I wanted to ask you specifically to go back to Texas Tech and Michigan State. Here's this 2.5. It's sitting out there. If you're going to bet Michigan State in this game, are you going to lay the 2.5? Or are you going to look for like a -150 on the money line or something like that? Is this a down to the wire, or do you think it's worth it to lay the money line with the Spartans in a game that has the potential to be very, very close?
This is tough. I mean, I can make a case for taking the 2.5. I don't know if I can make a case for laying the money line. I've tried to make a case for it. You guys know me, though. I don't like to lay juice.
No,
it's just something that always bothers me. Part of my beef with baseball is getting beat up on a -140, -160 team going, really? That was stupid, where it comes down to, something late. And that's where I think this game is going to be really good. One of the props I did give out yesterday on the afternoon show I do, though, is 12.5 is what the Westgate has right now in terms of, will either team lead by 12.5.
Largest lead of the game.
It's going to be a game of runs. I like the over.
Really? Interesting.
And I might go down there and bet also this Jarrett Culver under 21.5 points. I mean, I think that's juiced pretty big. They're expecting a big game out of him. And not that, again, he's not going to be the best player on the court, but I think it's just about 1.5, if not 2 points too high.
Do you do any correlated parlays there? Because if you get one, you're probably going to get another one. As far as either going under or over those types of props.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. I think if they do go on that big stretch, it's going to probably be because of Jarrett Culver. But I was more or less thinking Michigan State. They tend to be able to pull away in games, not that Tech hasn't. But, man, and you just mentioned the total in the game. This seems high.
Yeah, it does. And that's the thing that's got me the most baffled. And I always have to admit this because people might be listening for the first time. I'm not really good at totals.
Did you know what Brent Crow was saying about that? He was saying that Sparty's going to get the ball across half court as fast as anybody. So it's not that they're not playing as slow as people think they're playing.
It just looks to me, though, that there's just not going to be second chance opportunities for either team in this game. And that, to me, contributes to an under, even if they're playing at a little faster pace than anticipated. If
it's the offensive rebounds,
no second chances,
right.
The game doesn't go over. So I still look at this as an underplay. And again, proceed with caution on any opinion I ever give on a total.
Yeah, for sure. I just think that it screams to me like it seems off, where the Virginia Auburn line seems dead on. I wish I had more to say. This is just, I think I'm going to sit back and watch these two games and then probably have a bet for Monday night when we're all down hanging out at the Westgate just to give me something to cheer for. I mean, it's been a really good March Madness for me, and I just don't feel like at this point in time I really need to force anything.
No, and I'm the same way. I didn't do well last weekend, but prior to that I had a really big tournament run. I'm probably not going to do much of anything with these two games. I think they're really tough. I'll look at Monday once I know who's playing, but I can't see a strong play tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I got involved in one of these games in a big way, in a 5% way.
Well, that's a big way.
Yeah, that I like. But and this, I didn't lose a game last weekend. I was perfect for the 4 days.
See, that's the difference.
It's been a good run.
Is you're coming in still locked in, whereas I got locked out last week. I thought Kentucky was going to handle Auburn and just got it completely wrong. So,
I thought Kentucky choked that game away as much as Auburn won it.
Well, they might have, but the bottom line is I lost it and ended up losing it fairly convincingly, in my opinion. So, now you've done well with Michigan State. So, do you just end it right here, or do you keep playing them, Kelly?
Well, so I mentioned two of my big bracket leagues that I've been in for a couple of years. It looks like I've already locked it up. I tweeted it out earlier. I don't think anybody can beat me, even if Virginia does win it all. But some of these other ones I'm kind of in the mix for. Some of the smaller ones, $100 buy-ins with, 50, 60 people in it. Still a nice little chunk of change. One of the guys has Virginia. Another guy has Duke, Gonzaga. So I think I'm at least going to get first or second in that one. And I've, of course, got Sparty. So that's kind of the thing. Do I maybe hedge a little bit because I do lean Tech plus 2.5? And, Teddy had somebody ask this the other day, and I said, I'm not good at hedging $100. It's just that's why I usually just let it ride. But, you could play Sparty money line. You could play 2.5. It really just depends on how much you really care. Do I really care that much if I take second or if I take first? Or do I really need some action for Saturday? I might throw a nickel at it to have something to cheer for, but I don't really think it'll be anything that significant, or else I'm going to bug Teddy to tell me what his 5% play is.
It shouldn't be too tough to find out. At Kelly in Vegas is the Twitter handle. Let people know where else they can find you, including this weekend on Showtime. Yeah,
so the third episode of Showtime is going to be out 8 o'clock on Sunday night, if you have Showtime to the East Coast, 5 o'clock here in Vegas. Exciting stuff. I got to finally see all 4 episodes, so I'm really happy with how everything played out. This week at Wager Talk, we have tons of March Madness videos up. Anything you want to know, I learned a bunch about horse racing and the NBA playoffs. Learned a little bit about baseball from Brian Leonard. That was super fun, just because we all know what a square I am when it comes to betting baseball. And that's pretty much about it. If anybody's in town, wants to come down to the Westgate on Monday night, good old Johnny Detroit's going to be in town. I think everybody's going to come down to watch the national championship game. Come down, say hi, and I'll buy you a beer.
There you go. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for lunch.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Quick break. We'll come back. Cubs and Braves tonight. Cubs and Brewers, I should say. Tonight's marquee match.
What's hot today? It's time for the Wager Talk marquee matchup of the night. WagerTalk.com. Start winning now.
Teddy, we're going to find out about this because you did mention that you have a 5% play going in the Final Four this weekend. So that's up at WagerTalk.com. How can people get it?
Oh, it's real simple. I mean, you just visit the website. I'm not the only one that has a 5%er up for this weekend. Plenty of options available. If you don't like me, you can find somebody you do like over at WagerTalk.com. And, of course, tons of free content for those who are looking. We have podcasts. We've got articles. We've got the videos we always talk about with Kelly that we shoot every week. Check it out, WagerTalk.com.
Cubs and Brewers tonight. These two teams traveling in opposite directions out of the gate. The Cubs have not been good. Basically at anything they can score. I mean, their offense is fine, but the pitching has been horrendous. The defense has been embarrassing. The Brewers have barely outscored the opposition in their games, but they've only lost one game. They're winning the close ones early.
Well, that has a lot to do with the bullpen that's getting outs versus the bullpen that isn't getting outs. And when it comes to my handicapping philosophy for MLB, look, the markets like Quintana, great. They can like Quintana all they want.
He's got a good history at Milwaukee. Okay,
sure, he dominated them last year repeatedly.
Yep.
But right now, the Brewers are playing better baseball than the Cubs. And right now, the Brewers' bullpen is getting outs and the Cubs' bullpen isn't.
And the Brewers' bullpen, which is Josh Hader, is available tonight.
Exactly. That's also the key. Hader can go as long as they need him this evening. You're not going to catch me with a bet on the slumping Cubs right now.
All right. I think that's it. We're up. No, we have a minute left. Oh, yeah, okay. Excuse me. LPT play. I forgot the LPT play of the day.
It's the LPT play of the day. Tonight's best bet from Lions Physical Therapy. Your 5-star rated specialists.
Lions Physical Therapy. I forgot the LPT play of the day. I knew there was something going on there. And hey, I lost one last night. 3-0 to start the week, and then a bad play in the Halos last night. They just suck, okay? This is the do theory is a bad thing to follow. So maybe you don't want this. But the Astros are hitting like 100 with men in scoring position this year. I think it changes now that they're going home. McHugh at home tonight against Frankie Montas. I like the Astros. I know it's in the 155 range, but the Astros are the LPT play of the day. We're done. Thanks to Kelly Stewart, Kelly in Vegas. Thanks to Brent Crow at Brent Crow. For Ari Platinum and Teddy Covers, I'm Dave Cokin. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Title Game Monday.